November 13th, 1986, Daddy's article. At Baylor University, the replicas of some of the portraits that he has painted over the past 50 years. And this is my brother Scott.
Congratulations, man.
After the exhibition was over in January, I was used, these will become the property of Baylor.
Oh, wonderful. So where will they be put in? Just all over campus?
Well,
Put some sort of like,
I'm thinking all likelihood, well,
How are you?
just fine.
Good.
has he known you?
Yes, he's, in fact,
I hope he's lighted up good. He's right over there.
John, would you please stand for a second? Please stand. But now, be sure look down. This is your face. You're
Oh.
like you can't make
Hi,
it.
Dan.
So wait.
No, wait, Renee. Hi, Dan. I'm on the way. Can you wave it over, Dan?
It has to be right here. You're supposed to be standing here with your family.
I thought we were looking at Dan. Oh,
Is this a still shot? Well, I don't. You, yeah.
It's so lifelike.
Oh, well, that's okay.
You turned the
All
button
right.
off.
Did you get them good?
He got it very good.
Okay. We got Scotty. Oh, I give up the phone.
small pictures. One there's Dr. Christie, First Baptist.
I have another picture of him painted, and the man who said he was going to put it in the, let it go here, put it in the personal Bible Institute. So,
I sure wish Baylor had one myself. I'm putting this exhibition together because we needed it. No, you didn't.
Filling in for Dr. Tom Charlton, who is unable to be with us this afternoon. As a member of the local Waco Sesquicentennial Committee, I want to thank Baylor University for its continued efforts at bringing fine cultural events to our city for the citizens of Waco to enjoy. We have some special guests with us this afternoon that I'd like to introduce at this time. We have the daughter and son-in-law, Mr. and Ms. Dan Pettigo. Ms. Twyman is the daughter of Mr. Lallier. Are they here? Okay. That's Lolly Twyman, is that right? Good. And along with her, we have granddaughter Summerlin Twyman, and Daphne Twyman, and a grandson, Matthew Twyman, who is a Baylor freshman. Okay, over there. Thank you. Also, we have Mr. and Mrs. Scott Lallier. Scott is Mr. Lallier's son. Are they here? Back in the back over there. And Ms. Margaret Lallier. Thank you. And also with us this afternoon, we have Dr. Ed Overman, who was one of Mr. Lallier's recent subjects. It's good to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
It's with the Insurance Institute of America, is that correct?
Yes.
And is the house guest of Mr. Ron Horn, who's of the Baylor Business School. Yes, who's, I think is here with us this afternoon. Thank you all. These are all very special guests, and we're very pleased that you were able to be with us this afternoon. The Sesquicentennial Committee in Waco is extremely appreciative of Baylor University's desire to make this an event that will occur during the sesquicentennial year, and we can think of nothing that would be more appropriate. At this time, it's my pleasure to call on Dr. Herbert H. Reynolds, President of Baylor University, for the opening remarks. Dr. Reynolds.
Thank you, Dr. Falco. Appreciate your being here today and the work of the Waco Sesquicentennial Committee. So pleased that all of you take the time to come out today. We consider this exhibit to be one that we're most fortunate to be able to share with you. I want to make sure that you do see the artist today. He should be at the focal point of what we're doing. Mr. Lallier, Victor, make sure you step out so that everyone can see you very clearly. And well, I know that you are, but I want you to step out anyhow because we are very proud of you and you worked very hard. I told him a while ago, it seemed to me it was 2 or 3 years ago, and he said it had not been that long when we first talked about this, but I thought it was a marvelous idea, and certainly he is a talented individual who has been working for some 50 years, painting Texans and others across the country, and I think that future generations will certainly derive a lot of pleasure from seeing his works. I want to thank on our campus Dr. Eugene Baker, who has been chairman or is chairman of our Centennial and Sesquicentennial Committee, Dr. Jonathan Lindsay, our coordinator of libraries, Ms. Hughes and the entire library faculty. We have a lot of refreshments and goodies over there, and these folks are nice to do that for us. Mr. Calvin Smith, the director of our Strecker Museum, Mr. David Lentz from the Strecker Museum staff. I think some of our students worked with them in assembling these panels, and we're grateful to them. Mr. Howard Dudgeon, our treasurer, has been helpful as we've worked through this over an extended period of time. And so we are grateful to our own people for what they have done, but we're particularly appreciative that you're here with us today and that you will be enjoying these portraits and that we will have the pleasure of retaining these once the exhibition is completed in January. Thank you for coming today. We're pleased to have you with us, particularly the members of Mr. Lallier's family. We're glad that you folks take the time and would be with us. Know that you're very proud of your father, your grandfather, and we are happy that you can share in this occasion with him. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. And now it is my pleasure to call on Mr. Patrick Terry, who is the Executive Director of the Texas Sesquicentennial Committee in Austin. Mr. Terry.
Thank you all for inviting me here, and thank you for attending. The sesquicentennial, for many of us for this year, has been nothing more than a good excuse. An excuse to get together and recognize this state's heritage and its past. And I think it's been a wonderful opportunity. And whether it is a fine display here by Victor or a laser light show in Houston that brings 1.2 million people downtown to watch the spectacle, or a talent show in Harper, Texas, I think it all comes together and shows Texans and their quality, the blend that has made us so unique. We really are an interesting state, and we have the entire world watching us, especially this year. I think we've done ourselves proud. You know, 40 million tourists came here this year and looked over at Texas, and I think they've told their friends and their neighbors, and Texas will be on the map that much longer for this. Someone once told me that the
the last 150 years of experience are going to be necessary to get through the next 5 years of Texas because of all of its changes. And I think that's an important point as we prepare for the future of Texas. And to look back at the past is perhaps the best way to prepare for that. I'm just honored to be here and to be a part of this and the tradition that Baylor has been for Texas, the tradition that Victor has meant for the world and portraits, and just the tradition that Waco has as a city in Texas. It's an honor to be here, and I hope to visit with all of you. Thank you again for the invitation, and everything looks just excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Terry. We appreciate you making the trip up from Austin to be with us this afternoon on behalf of the State Committee. I haven't seen Mr. Walthall. Is he with us this afternoon? If not, it's now my pleasure to introduce the guest of honor and the person who has, of course, made this event possible through the tremendous work he's done. I'd like to call it, without any further introduction this time, on Mr. Victor Lallier, the artist, if he has any comments or words that he'd like to share with us at this time.
I just want to mention that Judge McCall just walked in. Good to see you, Judge McCall. Happy to come. This was a great thrill, and there's so many things we could talk about. Let's not take up too much time right now doing it, but I do want to recognize that none of this would have been possible if it hadn't been for Margaret and Sharon and Lallier and Dan. Margaret and Sharon, for one thing, designed most of the smaller frames that you see here. And not only designed them, but put them together, put pictures in. And I need a helper to count them. I haven't made a final count yet, but I believe there are about 170. One thing that I call your attention to is right opposite the picture of Mr. Terry, on the back side of this panel, or on the front side of it, rather. There's a picture of Mr. Harry A. Olmsted of Dallas, who had been the head of the Texas State Fair, and when it came time for the centennial, he was named the Governor General of the Texas Centennial. And that was the first time that I had a painting in a major exhibition at the Dallas Museum of Fine Arts. It just happened later that I painted Mr. Olmsted's portrait for his company, the Olmsted Kirk Paper Company, and so he was 50 years your predecessor. And on the panel over here, there are Dr. White's portraits, Judge McCall's, and Herb Reynolds, all three together, the last three presidents of Baylor. I want to be circulating around, and some of these have not got the nameplates on them yet, but I can tell you who they are, and my engraver apologizes for not having them here. So have a good time, and come and see me while we're walking around the exhibition. Thank you.
Dr. Reynolds, could you come back up for just a second? I'd like to make a little presentation on behalf of the local committee. I have with me today a couple of certificates that I'd like to present to Mr. Lallier and to Dr. Reynolds on behalf of the Waco Sesquicentennial Commission that certify this Victor Lallier retrospective, a half-century of portraits of Texans, as an official sesquicentennial project, and express appreciation to Mr. Lallier and Baylor University for participation in the City of Waco's celebration of the 150th anniversary of the founding of the Republic of Texas, and they're signed by our chairman, Dr. Tom Charlton. Thank you. That concludes concludes our program. I hope you will all enjoy this fascinating exhibition and enjoy the refreshments. Thank you all very much for coming.
Did you enjoy it? I'm so happy we made the effort.
You weren't done.
Yeah, we love you. Thank you. That's great. What are they supposed to do? Talk?
No, you'll never see.
What's that over there? See that little picture? Golden Girl? I told Bessie that. That Golden Girl? Oh, yeah. You didn't? No, she didn't. Golden Girl.
First you go, oh, really?
In a minute, it dawned on her. She was so busy with that wonderful food at the waterworks. Are y'all going out to eat? Yeah. Are y'all going to go out to eat, or are you going to go? They don't have it. What's he doing? Dan, guess what? We will not have this fine lady with us at Christmas. She has had a better offer. She is going
Not
to
better.
look at Dan's face.
Not better.
She is going to Charleston, South Carolina for Christmas, and we may just get on the same airplane.
Wouldn't that be fun? I'd like that. I would like that.
Michael and Debbie said you'll be seeing this tape. That was really tacky to take our mother away from us at Christmas, but since we get to see her other times during the year, we'll forgive you this one time.
There's a chair. Do you want the band to get you lean on me?
Don't be a fusser.
Did you say you're on campus? Say on. Well, we saw bears. It's rather cold. We have a tour of campus.
There's a building and there's another building.
Get that away. I don't like that. Daphne, come here. I know, but we'll tell you something. Do you know? Did you hear about
I
grandmother?
just went through that.
Did you hear that grandmother is not going to be with us at Christmas? She's going to Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah.
To see Michael and Debbie. Yeah, you knew that. Well, where is your Golden Girl braid that goes around your arm?
It's at home.
Okay, Daphne, thank you for allowing us to film you.
She just showed me the plaque.
Yeah, let me see the plaque that you got.
Waco Sesquicentennial Commission. You know, some people still can't say sesquicentennial.
I know
It's
it.
hard.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
hard.
half of this.
Get a close up of that.
He's got that telephoto lens. Dan Rubin was mayor of Waco, and he's now city council. Still on the city council.
Well, so now, do you teach here?
Well, no, I'm the director of student that's, I do that full time. Now I'm gone out and some city business and Tuesday.
You know what it is.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow morning I'm ready to municipal court judge. So,
What was she doing?
She was at our tree, and every night she'd go up there and sleep in that tree house. Did you take your dogs up there? What did you take up there with you? Huh? Out loud. Nothing. Are you excited about Thanksgiving? What's going to happen Thanksgiving? Family get together? Really? You like the whole family get together? Who's the best of the whole family? Bubbery? Get to see him when he comes home from school? Get to see him when he comes home from school? You do. catalog? Posing? Hmm? You did the Christmas one, what else? You went down there one Friday to do it? Did it turn out good? What did you wear? Did you wear a cowboy outfit? Hmm? Did you wear a Mexican hat? Did you wear a Mexican hat? What did you wear? Did you wear a dress? Hmm? You did. Sharon, how old you are? How many is that? And you go to kindergarten? To where? St. John's Kindergarten? What hours? What time do you go? Morning?
Does that taste pretty good, Lola?
Just want to get Mama rolling grapes.
What's Mama getting?
Rolling grapes.
What are these called? What are these little grapes?
What do they have on them?
They have a name.
We tried to get your daughter to talk a minute ago, but she wouldn't. I don't think it was loud enough for
She
the
should have been
microphone.
with us in the car.
Oh,
But I thought she was real good in the car.
did she talk in the car?
You next to her? I told John she's in Hog City.
Well, we
I mean,
just,
have somebody just have her beck and call, just discuss
well,
everything.
we were just, you know.
You're welcome to go.
I'll take her into my week all the time. Oh, we do enjoy each other.
Well, sure, that'll do.
What's that you just ate, Lolly?
Cheese. This whole plate of it.
I can't tell.
Red flame. Red flame fruit.
Red flame
I
grapes.
like those.
Hmm.
They're seedless. I'm doing a commercial.
These are seedless. You feel like you're doing a commercial.
Seedless. They're one of the first seedless grapes that weren't Thompson's. The light green ones.
That's interesting.
Goodbye.
Bye, Lolly. What are y'all playing?
Well, she wants to taste it.
Okay.
No, turn it off. So you get closer to here.
Okay. Tell me.
Who calls you Summer? And what's his name?
What's his name? Jim.
Jeb.
Oh, Jeb.
Oh, really?
Jeb.
Jeb? That's what she said.
I can't
Calls her
believe
Summer,
it.
see? There's two people. Uncle Dan and Jeb, right?
I told Jeb that he couldn't call her Summer.
Yeah.
Call her Summer then?
Yeah.
She said he can call me anything he wants to.
Is that what you said?
Turn that camera off, Sharon. Before I punch that
John,
red light
tell
out.
me your sermon from last Sunday on the camera.
I don't remember.
I heard it was really good.
You been talking to your mother.
Daphne, I got a close-up. I got a close-up before you moved. Now I'm going to get Matthew close-up. Then what happens when it says light? Oh, Daphne, that's what it said when I did you.